Mafs Australia episode 1 aired in Australia last night and it was so dramatic. It doesn't air in the UK until February, but I just simply couldn't wait. There's plenty of places you can watch it in the UK and I highly recommend you do, because let's face it, we're just going to see loads of clips on TikTok and it's going to waste it anyway. So in this video I'm just going to be talking about the two couples that got married, and oh my god, like all Australian reality TV, it was fucking dramatic. First we have Lauren, 37 years old, whose dream in life is to be a trad wife. Literally one of the worst types of people I could ever possibly imagine. However, I'm sure that not all trad wives are cunts, but she seems to be. Something that I found very interesting about Lauren is the fact that she's a successful businesswoman and she wants to be a trad wife. So she wants to go out to work, do what she's doing, stay busy all day, then come home and look after the man. And she said, I don't think that women should ask men to do tedious jobs like take out the trash and empty the dishwasher. But it's alright for a woman to do it because they're inferior. Fuck off, Lauren. And I know there's a lot of trad wives out there who don't work, or they just do social media, or they stay at home with the kids and they feel like that's their job, and then they look after the man because he's out earning the money. But in her case, she wants to do the work, earn money and look after the husband, which is absolutely weak as fuck if you ask me. But anyway, she's a good looking woman. She seems happy to be a slave to a man. Each to their own, wouldn't be me. So as usual, we've seen a few of the grooms and a few of the brides, and then we found out who was getting married. But in these videos I'm only going to be talking about who actually got married in each episode, otherwise it'll be way too long. So we've seen Elliot, who is a cunt. A complete fucking cunt. And the whole time, like before you found out who was going to be coupled up, I kept thinking, I hope Lauren's paired up with him. I really hope Lauren's paired up with him. See, when I found out that that's who she was marrying, I was like, fucking yes. He was saying that he wanted a traditional relationship. He wanted his women to be feminine. She had to look like a model. And when he was on the Bucks night, he was saying that she had to be attractive or he would walk out, and he wasn't even going to give it a chance if there wasn't an initial spark. And he says like the way to treat a woman is to tell her that she doesn't look good and all this fucking shit. Misogynistic, narcissistic fucking arsehole. All the other guys were like, what's his problem? And he says, oh, I know I'm a catch. To be fair, this isn't the best picture that I've picked, but confidence is key. Just as I was thinking, okay, they two are paired up, both of them are cunts, they're going to be arseholes to each other and I'm not going to feel bad for any of them. Perfect. Then we're introduced to her sister. At first I thought Lauren was bad because she was saying to her, oh, I didn't want you to wear your big earrings, and the two of them were being really bitchy at each other, and she was like, oh, I've definitely lost weight and I'm skinnier than you, right? And I thought, oh, she's just retaliating because Lauren's such a bitch. No. They're both arseholes. At the wedding she was making snidey comments about how it all looked, and I thought it looked lovely. But then when the meals came out, she says, oh, I'm pescatarian and you didn't like provide the meal for me. She's like, oh, I'm the bride's sister, I'm unhappy, you have treated me like crap, and like whatever else she was saying. Oh my god, she's such a fucking attention seeker. It was a total embarrassment. And I thought, oh my god, I actually didn't like Lauren. She's like a million times worse. When Lauren was trying to get to know Elliot, she kept butting in and asking stupid questions. Now I understand that the show edit things to make it look more dramatic and she maybe wasn't butting in like that, but I think she might have been. When they were up doing their first dance, she was like, oh, get into him, like she's frigid and shouting all this. And at one point she says, I'm going to leave. And Lauren says, oh, smile when you're talking to me, like you're making me look bad. I'd have just told her to leave. I'd have been like, see, if you're not happy, get your fucking jacket and take your fucking miserable fucking bitch jealous face to fuck. Lauren was saying that her family and friends normally say, like, don't let her meet anybody that you're dating for at least the first 3 months. So why does she ask her to be her best maid? The two of them clearly fucking hate each other. Lauren was talking about working and looking after a man, and she was saying, I'm an independent woman and all this. Then why didn't she tell her sister to get to fuck out her wedding? I wouldn't have put up with her shit. It took one of Lauren's friends to tell her to stop shouting during the first dance and told her she was being a diva. Why did nobody else say anything? Why does nobody else use this? I thought that Australians were quite forward. But they all just sat there and let her behave like a fucking child. It was so bad. Don't get me wrong, I didn't feel bad for Elliot or Lauren, but she was a fucking houk. During their vows, they were saying that they wanted a traditional relationship where she's feminine, he's masculine, and she's saying to him, oh, don't empty the bins or don't tidy up after dinner or whatever else. And I was just like, right, okay then. Although I was very impressed by the fact that he recognised that she was wearing a 70s hairband. Now, nobody can deny that she is a stunning looking woman, but her dress was basic, much like her personality. Anyway, enough about those two. They totally deserve each other. So then we had Karina, who's absolutely stunning. She's 31. How the fuck is this girl single? She was beautiful. Then when she went to the hen party, she came in and she was wearing this stunning sparkly dress. Our family were so supportive and they were saying, oh, we're going to put her picture up on the wall, like her wedding picture and everything. And I just thought, how the fuck is she single? I was loving everything about her until she picked her wedding dress. She says she wanted her dress to look like her mum's, and she picked this all over high-necked lace monstrosity. We've all got different taste. Don't get me wrong, she'd look good in anything, but the dress was fucking hack-it. Then we had Paul, who seemed like such a nice guy, but at the time I was thinking, is he too good to be true? He was born in France. He's a handsome guy. He's a bit too masculine for my liking. But he was talking about how he'd been in love twice and one of his partners cheated on him. And you know how that way where I just thought, he's too perfect. So during their vows, it was actually so emotional. I was like, oh my god, they're a stunning couple. The family was loving it. Their vows were actually quite emotional. However, he did some of his vows in French. And I thought, a nice one, she doesn't fucking speak French. You could be fucking saying anything. What is the point in that? I know that some people are wooed by the French, not me. So everything looked as if it was all fine and well. What do you think of this dress? I absolutely detest it. I mean, she would look stunning in anything, but to me, that's just a no. Anyway, it wasn't my wedding, so it doesn't really matter what I think. So then it shows you a clip of her talking to one of the producers or one of the camera people or whatever, and she says, oh, do I have a different option? So it turned out that they two had been on a date like 8 months before. She says they went on a hike and then they were meant to meet up again, and he says that he was going somewhere with his roommate and then he never got back to her. Now, what I didn't understand was why she stood up at the altar and didn't say anything. I would have said, oh, can we stop? Like, do I have another option? Because once you've went through it, that's it. And I know that they only pick out a certain amount of people for the couples, but I really feel like she should have spoke up at the time if it was really bothering her that much. Meanwhile, he was talking to another producer or camera person, and he was saying that he ghosted her, it was all his fault, but he wasn't in the right headspace at the time. This is what I can't stand about men. He says, I should have communicated. It literally doesn't really take a lot of effort to send a text, does it? He says, like, I was going through a lot, I wasn't in the right headspace, I feel as if the universe has put us together for a reason and I want to apologise to her. But he ghosted her. There's literally no need to ghost people. Why didn't he just send her a text saying, look, I'm not in the right headspace, or I don't know, maybe we should wait a couple of weeks, or anything, any communication whatsoever. But instead, he was a wee fucking shitebag bastard and ghosted her. I can't be fucked with people like that. So they had a chat about it and she decided to give him another chance. He spoke to the family and he let them know that they knew each other and that he basically ghosted her. And then she was well impressed because she says, oh, he's actually talking to my family about it. But I don't know. I don't trust him now. In the next episode, it shows you a clip of what's going to happen. And surprise, surprise, Elliot's not happy already. He says he had a specific list of what he wanted. He says that he wanted the woman to be under 30. Keep in mind that he's 38. So, what does that tell you? He's obviously a controlling, narcissistic, misogynistic cuntbag. And you know what? I don't even care if he leaves her because I don't like her anyway. Let me know what you thought of last night's episode. And let me know, would you have let your sister act like that? I'd have just told her to get to fuck. Anyway, it was so dramatic. I loved it. I'll see you again tonight. Bye.